Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Club will not sell their hard-working striker to Arsenal in January. Arsenal have been linked with Getafe striker Borja Mayoral. The Sun reported this week that the Gunners are keen on bringing the former Real Madrid player to the Emirates Stadium in the January transfer window. The report claimed that Arsenal have already made a bid of £22 million for the 26-year-old. Getafe has turned it down. The Spanish club are looking for £39 million for Mayoral, as though is now reporting that Getafe do not want to sell Mayoral at all in the January transfer window. The Spanish publication has noted interest in the 26-year-old from Arsenal, as has claimed that Getafe have no intention whatsoever of selling the striker, adding that the striker himself is happy at the La Liga club at the moment and hopes to play for Spain at the Euro 2024 finals. In our opinion, if Arsenal are really determined to sign Borja Mayoral, then they will get him. In football, money talks, so all the Gunners need to do is offer Getafe a lot of money. I do not think that Getafe would be able to turn down a bid of £40 million or more for any of their players, including Mayoral, who has been likened to Shevchenko. Getafe are a modest club in Spain, and the chance to play for Arsenal and potentially win the Premier League title this season would be very appealing to Mayoral, who has scored 12 goals and given one assist in 18 La Liga starts this campaign. Arsenal want to sign powerful club captain as soon as possible. Arsenal are hoping they can come out on top in the race to sign Ajax sensation Jorrel Hato. The Gunners are being linked with a number of players in the January window as Mikel Arteta desperately tries to strengthen the squad. A forward remains a priority, with Ivan Toney and Dusan Vlahovic among the players mentioned. However, young Ajax defender Hato has also been linked with making the move to Arsenal as well. The 17-year-old is already a first-team regular and has even been captain this season. And speaking about the deal, the Telegraph Sam Dean has said that signing Hato is a deal Arsenal would absolutely love to get done. Speaking on the Charles Watts YouTube channel, Dean revealed that Hato is indeed a player on Arsenal's radar. And after going into some detail in his own opinion about how Arsenal might even be willing to wait for him, the journalist said Hato is definitely a player Arsenal want to sign. He said, "What I do know for sure is that they like him and they want to get that done if they can, but it isn't that simple as ever." Should Arsenal manage to get ahead of the game on this one and somehow land Hato, it would be a huge signing for them. The Gunners have shown they can be proficient in the transfer market when they want to be, and getting a young player like Hato to sign would be massive. The Ajax starlet is going to have half of the world after him if he carries on, and it's little wonder Arsenal want this deal done as soon as possible. The longer they go without signing him, the more chance there is for someone else to steal in. Hato then needs to be a priority for Arsenal right now. Arsenal eyeing up a move for a 26-year-old attacker. Bournemouth striker Dominic Solanke continues to be linked with a move away from the club, and Arsenal are the latest name linked with the player. A report from Football Insider claims that Arsenal are plotting a move for the 26-year-old striker, but the transfer is unlikely to happen before the summer window. Solanke has been in impressive form for the Cherries, scoring 13 goals across all competitions. Arsenal could use someone like him to lead the line. Also, the Gunners have Gabriel Jesus at their disposal. The Brazilian international has not been able to score goals consistently, and he has found the back of the net just 3 times in the league this season. Arsenal need a more reliable finisher at their disposal, and Solanke certainly fits the profile. He has proven himself with Bournemouth in the Premier League this season, and his numbers are likely to improve when he is playing in a better team alongside better players. The opportunity to move to Arsenal will be an attractive prospect for the player as well. He has previously failed to make his mark at big clubs like Chelsea and Liverpool. He will be determined to showcase his abilities at the highest level. A move to Arsenal would not only allow him to compete for the league title, he would also get to test himself in the Champions League on a consistent basis. The Bournemouth striker has been linked with other clubs like Tottenham Hotspur and Newcastle United as well. It will be interesting to see if Arsenal can win the race for his signature. Arsenal keen on a 20-goal star, 30 to 40 million pound offer would get deal done. Arsenal want to improve their attacking options with the signing of Feyenoord striker Santiago Jimenez. A report from Football Insider claims that they are hoping to sign the player this month and he could cost around 30 to 40 million pound. The 22-year-old Mexican striker has been in fine form for the Dutch outfit, scoring 20 goals across all competitions this season. He was instrumental in their title win last season as well. The striker will be hoping to compete at a higher level, and the opportunity to move to Arsenal will be an attractive proposition for him. Meanwhile, the North London club will face competition from Tottenham Hotspur, Fulham, and West Ham United. The Gunners certainly have the financial muscle to pay the reported asking price, and they have a greater pull compared to the other three clubs as well. Arsenal have a formidable squad and an ambitious project. They are currently fighting for the Premier League title, and Jimenez might want to join a club with their ambition. The 22-year-old is likely to improve further with coaching and experience, and a move to the Premier League could accelerate his development. Arsenal have been linked with players like Ivan Toney as well, but the Brentford striker is likely to cost a lot more compared to Jimenez. The Mexican striker is available for a more reasonable price, and the Gunners would do well to secure his services this month. They are currently fighting for the league title, and the right signings in January could help them overtake the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City. £70 million Barcelona player could be within Arsenal's reach in the summer. Arsenal landed Declan Rice for big money in the summer, and now Barcelona's Frenkie de Jong is someone who could be looked at this summer. De Jong has started for Barcelona ever since moving to the Catalan Giants. A number of transfer rumors have linked the Dutchman with a move to clubs like Man United, while Liverpool have also kept track of him as well. However, speaking on the Charles Watts podcast, The Telegraph's Sam Dean has picked De Jong as his dream signing for Arsenal and suggested that Barcelona's financial issues could open the door. Asked by Watts about dream signings for Arsenal in his view, Dean picked out De Jong and suggested that due to money problems in Spain, he is not completely out of the question. He said, "Maybe this time next year they have got to be really looking at revamping the midfield, and I look at Barcelona and look at Frenkie de Jong and think he is a player who perfectly suits Arteta's system. He understands the type of football Arteta wants to play. The whole football world knows that Barcelona have got these enormous financial issues and pressures. The question is whether he'd want to come, and that was obviously the issue for Man United a few years ago when they tried to buy him, and Barcelona were keen to do the deal by all accounts. When I look at players across Europe who might be gettable, albeit for a big fee, I think he is the guy." Dean touches on this in his comment in the video, but the idea of having Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard and Frenkie de Jong in the midfield is the stuff of dreams. Arsenal have a top team already, and any new signings need to be players who can improve the 11 as well as the squad. £70 million man de Jong is one of the best in the world at what he does, and it's easy to see why Dean has picked him. Dean is not the first journalist to hint at De Jong to Arsenal either. Simon Collins also picked him out as a player who Mikel Arteta would love at the club as well. £58 million midfielder unlikely to sign for Arsenal after his agent heads to London. Arsenal are unlikely to sign Everton midfielder Amado Onana this month, despite reports suggesting he could be on the move. Onana is apparently a target for the Gunners as they look to bolster their midfield. Reports had claimed that Arsenal had even opened talks to sign the Everton man. Following on from that, Onana's agent was spotted in London, adding fuel to the fire. However, backing up a short remark from David Ornstein that there are no talks between Everton and Arsenal right now, Football Transfers has claimed the deal won't be happening. According to the report from FT, reports of Onana being in talks to sign for Arsenal are wide of the mark. They claim that despite reports elsewhere that there is not much in the story linking the Gunners with Onana. Of course, this good news for Everton, who are desperate to keep hold of their £58 million rated star. For Arsenal fans, it's not surprising to see the links with Onana played down with so much focus on FFP in their search for a striker. It's always seemed unlikely they will land a new midfielders as well this month. Onana could well be one who is looked at down the line. Much like Douglas Luiz, Onana is probably a player who will be signed in a future window rather than now. The problem right now is that they just cannot afford a player like this and address the other problem positions in their squad. Everton know deep down that Onana is a player who is likely to get a big move in a future window. The likes of Arsenal, Man United, and Liverpool are all known to have cast admiring glances his way in the past. Certainly, then Onana to Arsenal is a move we shouldn't count out at some point. Arsenal remain keen on signing unbelievable £110 million rated midfielder if he is available. Arsenal remain keen on doing a deal for Aston Villa midfielder Douglas Luiz if he was to become available. Luiz is starting for Villa this season as they make what many saw as an unlikely charge towards the Champions League spot. As we know, Arsenal have admired Luiz for some time. Their interest dates back to the summer and even before that, but Villa have always been reluctant to sell. However, according to Football Transfers, Luiz is very much still a player of interest for the Gunners. According to the report, Luiz remains a primary target for Arsenal when it comes to new midfielders. Right now, as we know, a striker is thought to be the priority for the Gunners in January. Arsenal are looking at a number of options in attack, including Ivan Toney, Dusan Vlahovic, and Joshua Zirkzee. However, FFP issues mean that Arsenal will likely need to sell before bringing in a top striker. Edin Ketaya is among the players who could depart this month. Meanwhile, Mikel Arteta is also thought to be keen on signing a defender if one becomes available. Any move for Luiz then would appear to be on hold until the summer. There is a lot of merit to Arsenal going out and getting a more defensive midfield player. It would allow Declan Rice a bit more freedom to get box to box while giving Martin Odegaard more protection. Further, Arteta has been without Thomas Partey for long periods, and even then, the plan seems to be to use him more as a right back who drifts into the middle. Getting the unbelievable Luiz would be quite the coup for Arsenal. However, an asking price of close to £110 million, however unrealistic that sounds, means he is going to be another expensive buy. Once again, it looks like there is plenty of work ahead for Edu. Arsenal have made moves to sign lightning £70 million forward in the last few days. Arsenal's desperate search for a new striker has seen them look into signing former target Dusan Vlahovic once again. Vlahovic was a key target for Arsenal a few windows back, and it looked like they had got a deal for the Serbian done at one point. However, Vlahovic opted to sign for Juventus, where he has since been inconsistent in his performances. The striker has been linked with a move away from Juve for some time, Arsenal have retained an interest all along and, according to new reports, have made moves for him in recent days. According to Tutto Mercato Web, Vlahovic has sprung back onto Arsenal's radar in recent days, with the Gunners apparently exploring a deal for the striker. However, it seems like Juventus are keen on keeping hold of the Serbian for now, meaning Arsenal would need a huge fee to tempt the Turin club into selling. Recent reports have suggested Juventus want at least £70 million for Vlahovic. That sort of figure is likely to be out of Arsenal's range unless they sell a few players. One player who could leave to bring money is Edin Ketaya. Crystal Palace are thought to be keen on the England forward, who can go for around £35 million. Ivan Toney is another big target for Arsenal this month. However, like Vlahovic, he comes with a huge price tag. Lauded for his lightning pace by Mika Richards in the past, the Serbian would definitely bring an extra dimension to Arsenal's forward line. This is becoming a recurring problem for Arsenal at the moment. They need a striker and other clubs know it, so they know they can ramp the price up. For the Gunners, it looks like it's going to be a frustrating transfer window overall for the club. Signing a top striker costs big money, and with such a short time frame to get a deal done, landing someone like Vlahovic seems a hard task. Arsenal fans, then, could well come out of January feeling rather disappointed. As we wrap up today's Arsenal news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.